Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. Top U.S. government Doomsday Hideouts. The world has become a scary place just in the span of 100 years. How, you may ask? Well, from simple single-shot firing rifles, we have stepped into an age where a single man can possess the launch codes to a whole country's nuclear collection, capable of laying waste to a whole continent, if not the whole world. In order to survive such a hostile world, many countries have gone to great lengths to create safe havens for such a scenario. The United States of America contains many classified bunkers, particularly in relation to continuity of the government. In the event of a terrorist attack, nuclear strike, or other catastrophic occurrences, U.S. government leaders congregate in top-secret facilities, all of which are strong enough to withstand severe blasts and provide survival necessities for extended periods of time. These exclusive fortified shelters are some of America's best-kept secrets and strongest lines of protection. So today, we take a look at the top U.S. government doomsday hideouts that are or were in the past. Let's go. Number 12. Floating White House. Beginning in 1962, two Special Navy command ships, the light cruiser USS Northampton and light aircraft carrier USS Wright, were considered the best options for evacuating the president from Washington, D.C. in the event of a nuclear attack. Under the National Emergency Command Post Afloat plan, one of the two floating White Houses was always at sea in the Atlantic Ocean, Chesapeake Bay, or shadowing the president around the world. The ships carried Special Joint Chiefs personnel and featured elaborate staterooms with full communication capabilities. The Soviet Union had such a weak navy that it was thought almost impossible to find the ships in the great expanse of the Atlantic. But once satellite technology made it easy to track down ships and get aerial observations, it was quite clear that it was no longer feasible to hide the president in the Atlantic Ocean. The NECPA plan was dropped in the early 1970s, and both ships were eventually sold for scrap. Number 11. Mount Pony. Built in a hillside 75 miles south of Washington, D.C., the Doomsday Bunker, constructed for the chairman, board of directors, and staff of the Federal Reserve System, included an enormous vault that held more than $4 billion, enough to replenish currency east of the Mississippi River and maintain the money supply for the 2 years it would take for the Bureau of Printing and Engraving to resume operations. Opened in 1969, the facility held 700 million pieces of currency, many of them the unpopular $2 bills reintroduced in 1976. Rather than scrap them, the government packaged them all up and put them in the Mount Pony bunker. It would ensure that after nuclear war, the US would be largely using $2 bills, figuring people will be a lot less choosy about currency post-apocalypse. The underground bunker now houses an audio-visual archival facility for the Library of Congress. Number 10. Presidential Emergency Operations Center. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center is the bunker most often portrayed in popular culture. The infamous photograph of former President George W. Bush meeting with the National Security Council following the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, offers a glimpse into one of the most secure facilities in the nation. During this catastrophe, former Vice President Dick Cheney, his wife, and many other high-ranking government officials, mainly cabinet members, were promptly escorted to the isolation and security of the PEOC. It allegedly lies beneath the east wing of the White House, the center for the executive branch and home of the president. Originally constructed during World War II by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the PEOC is built to resist nuclear weapons and designed to house the president and other important U.S. leaders in an extreme crisis. Although exact details about the PEOC are highly classified, it has been speculated that it serves as a communication hub to all other vital COG organizations. The PEOC has been depicted in blockbuster hits such as Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down, as well as Emmy-winning television series such as House of Cards. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that will take just 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell and you get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works. Number 9. Project Greek Island. Project Greek Island, aka Greenbrier, was a covert agreement between the U.S. government and the Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia in the 1950s. The Palatial Hotel was to serve as the government continuity destination for the legislative branch. The Greenbrier's sheer size could accommodate the two auditoriums within the bunker, which held 470 and 130 people respectively. Despite the magnitude of the bunker, it took 30 years to be discovered. It has been reported that many aspects of the compound were visible in the hotel to the general public, including the giant blast doors. The fact that a large majority of on-site bathrooms were male also ignited intrigue. Supposedly, the owners were asked questions about the complex even though it was not uncovered until several years later. Composed of sleeping quarters, a medical facility, an advanced air filtration system, a broadcast center, and more, Greenbrier possesses concrete doors 1 meter thick. Interestingly, the bunker was maintained and staffed by government employees posing as television specialists for a fictitious company. Project Greek Island was eventually exposed by a major national newspaper article and decommissioned as a result. Afterwards, some of the employees went on to provide tours of the bunker. They remain employees of the hotel today. There are no current reports as to where Congress would meet in a modern-day event of catastrophic proportions. Number 8. Raven Rock Mountain Complex. Nestled at Raven Rock Mountain near Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania, the Raven Rock Mountain Complex is a military installation dubbed as Underground Pentagon. The mountain features an extensive telecommunications center for the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Army, and U.S. Navy in the event of a nuclear attack. The complex was originally formed to be a Cold War emergency shelter and continues to act as a relocation point for military and national command authorities. Its main occupant, however, is the Defense Threat Reduction Agency, which uses the multiple communication and computer systems. It has been hypothesized that District 13 in the Hunger Games trilogy was modeled after Raven Rock Mountain Complex due to its strong similarities in design and overall functions. Number 7. Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Located in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Cheyenne Mountain Complex is an expansive military base and nuclear bunker. This center was formerly the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, headquarters. NORAD remains headquartered in Colorado Springs. The complex was constructed under 760 meters of solid granite and contains numerous buildings secured by 25-ton blast doors. The facility was engineered with an abundance of springs which prevent any of the given buildings from shifting more than 2.5 centimeters during all potential types of disaster. Initially created to strengthen Cold War defense strategy, the bunker is equipped to withstand the most dangerous bombings, missile strikes, and nuclear attacks. It features advanced oxygen systems to prevent the infiltration of radiation in addition to its own power plant and water supply. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex ensures a 99.999% degree of reliability for those utilities. Number 6. Mountain Weather Emergency Operations Center. In close proximity to the capital, the Mountain Weather Emergency Operations Center, which spans a staggering 564 acres in Virginia, serves as another mountain COG center. It is run by the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The site remained secret until TWA Flight 514 crashed nearby in December 1974, and it was revealed that Mountain Weather had served as a bunker for the President of the United States. The Washington Post later reported that the facility was used by the helicopter-evacuated congressional leadership following the September 11th attacks. There is limited information regarding the bunker as it is still operational today. Number 5. Deep Underground Command Center. Potentially the most mysterious bunker, the Deep Underground Command Center was a military installation proposed in the 1960s. Situated 3,000 to 4,000 feet below the Earth's surface near the Pentagon, the facility is designed to resist blasts of 200 to 300 megaton weapons without losing structural integrity. The DUCC was reportedly recommended to President John F. Kennedy immediately before his assassination. The proposal described a 50-person bunker with an expansion capability to 300. The result of the proposal remains unknown, although it has been surmised that it was halted following the president's death. Number 4. Olney Federal Support Center. The Olney Federal Support Center possesses a certain mystique, to say the least. Little information is definitive about the bunker. However, it is known to specialize in data networking functions. It is located just west of Laytonsville, Maryland, in Montgomery County and reportedly contains a large field of antenna for unknown purposes. Many secret excavations have supposedly taken place at the site. None have been publicly addressed or explained. The facility also has strong ties to FEMA as part of its national radio system, which links all other FEMA emergency operation bases. Number 3. Canadian Forces Base, North Bay. The Canadian Forces Base, or the CFB North Bay Complex, is one of the very few U.S. international bunkers. It is located in North Bay, Ontario, which is north of Toronto. The facility serves as the hub of NORAD in Canada and is situated 60 floors beneath the ground. During the Cold War, CFB North Bay was precariously located between the Soviet Union and the United States, making it a hotspot for potential conflict. To combat this risk, it was designed to be able to resist an attack approximately 267 times more intense than the historically well-known bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Though further information of CFB North Bay is scarce, it is known to have strong correlation with the founding of NORAD in the 1950s. This site remains operational. Number 2. Warrenton Training Center. Warrenton Training Center is a highly classified communications facility in Virginia. It primarily serves the Central Intelligence Agency for various purposes, but it also contains a relocation bunker as part of the USCOG program. The facility consists of 4 inconspicuous stations throughout the counties of Fauquier and Culpeper. As the name implies, Warrenton Training Center is mainly a training school for several federal entities including the CIA, the National Security Agency, the State Department, and Department of Defense. Although little is known about the use of the bunker, the site is definitely used for emergency National Security Agency, Department of Defense, and State Department practices. Number 1. Selfridge AFB Radar Station. Serving as a U.S. Air Force surveillance radar station, Selfridge began operations in Michigan in 1959. The site is known for having several advanced radar technologies with groundbreaking detection capabilities, the ability to coordinate multiple surface-to-air missile launches, and the Missile Master Bunker. In 1960, the Army Air Defense Command Post, or the AADCP, was constructed to arrange surface-to-air missile launches for Project Nike, a complex system of facilities and weaponry during the Cold War. However, the AADCP was eventually closed. The radar station is now the location of the United States Marine Corps Reserve Unit, and the bunker was transformed into an air traffic control center. As the exact proceedings are highly classified, a common theme of U.S. bunkers, little is known as to whether the base is operational.